Welcome, welcome. How's it going, guys? Many of you guys have seen me in your algorithm as a newer creator in the gacha community. I have just started playing a lot of these gacha games for the very first time, and I'm super excited to share this adventure with all of you. So today I've cut a few parts of this last stream that I had and edited together of the story quest where you meet Dainsleif and you figure out what the Abyss Order has been up to this whole time. If you're into that kind of thing and interested in juicy Genshin lore and reactions, then here you are. We're gonna go beat up the king of the hoarders. Ooh, this dungeon looks new.
Why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins?
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, Bubble Boy. Watch out for that.
Now.
Uh-oh.
Paimon's right behind you.
Okay, that's annoying. This is just mildly infuriating. Am I jumping down here? Whoa! Okay. What is this? Ooh, what's going on here? Is that blood?
This looks like a person.
Uh-oh.
Could it be the Grand Thief?
Ah, look at them stones behind him. What happened here, guys?
Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something?
I don't think so, Paimon.
That's...
Oh, it's upside down? Interesting. What happens when it turns upside down, guys? Are there upside down Oculuses that you give it? Some strange thing that I've never seen. A statue of the Seven.
Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down?
If you teleport to it, does it take you to Bizarro World?
And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right?
This is interesting. It's sort of like sacrilegious, right? Because if you think of an upside down cross, it has kind of the same sacrilegious sense to it, you know what I mean? When you hold those symbols upside down. So is this trying to tell me that whoever's messing around with this is doesn't like, I guess, the gods? The statue, because the statue of the Sevens are physical thingies that represent the Archons, right? As far as I understand them. So if this one's upside down, it's like insulting the Archons.
But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's...
Definitely. Definitely Paimon. There's no chance. Sorry, Paimon. You're gonna have an existential crisis in about 3, 2, 1. Oh, yep. She just found out.
He's dead.
Which is interesting. This is the first time I think they've actually shown death in this game. Right? Because the characters don't die, right? The enemies don't die. They just pop smoke and run. Or at least the human enemies don't.
Paimon doesn't feel so good.
So this is actually a big scene then. Because this is something that you don't normally see in this game. Let's see. What a terrible place. How did he die?
Let's get out of here. And fast. We should report back to Ganyu and Lon. Now what? We can't stay here. Quick, run!
The bandit and a lunatic. I got an achievement for that. Oh. Uh-oh. The purple goo. You guys know what happens when the purple goo gets you. You get got by the goo. And you don't want to get got by goo. Pardon me, sir. Can I interest you in some of the great news about our Archons? Rex Lapis lives.
You cannot spy on on the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price.
I'll just see myself out if that's alright. I gotta say, his armor's really cool. I think this is the coolest looking Abyss character that I've seen so far.
As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
His armor kind of reminds me of Dansleif too, doesn't it? It's got kind of that purple bluish. It's got the same vibe to it, kind of like that abyssal kind of look to it.
An Abyss Herald?
The one. Oh look! And speaking of, who do I mention? The one Dane spoke of.
Danesleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Danesleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs.
Wasn't he looking for the Abyss Herald too?
Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide. The Abyss is unstoppable.
I mean, I beg to differ.
What is this?
This power, it seems familiar.
And why would that be? Is it because Danesleif is actually future me? I'm still not off of that. I'm still not off of that. I still think that's my call. I know Danesleif eyes. I know his eye color is different. I know, but I still think he's future me for some reason.
I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
I am the one. I mean, I know I'm the chosen one, but...
What a tough battle. Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them?
It seemed to know me.
Huh? What is it? What are you thinking about?
Nothing. Let's just get out of here, Paimon.
Right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
The traveler and Paimon swiftly leave the ruins. A dude just nopes out. He's like, I'm good. I'm good, dog.
So,
And look who
we
it
meet
is.
again. A little
Look who it
sooner than I
is.
had expected.
Yeah, a little sooner because you knew I was going to be here because I'm you from the past. That's what I thought. Okay.
Conria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with.
Okay.
It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
See, this is interesting. 500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Conria. Pride of human was uprooted and crushed like a weed removed from the garden. So the gods in Conria were beefing hardcore. So humanity built up the civilization. The Archons are like, no, screw you, you suck. Came down, crushed it. So is this something that... that's interesting. I wonder if Barbados had something to do with that. Yeah. I wonder if that's supposed to be similar to the Tower of Babel, maybe? That's actually a really good point. So they're using a lot of Gnostic Christian metaphor and like iconography and stuff like that. And because like Gnosis is a Gnostic principle. Communing with the heavenly, I don't know if it's called the heavenly principle or heavenly plane, like the Archons communing with that is considered like a Gnostic sort of principle as well. Archons in themselves, that word Archon is a Gnostic principle. So like there's a lot of that kind of stuff. So it would not be surprising if the Tower of Babel is or Conria is a stand-in for like the Tower of Babel story, because it's like humanity builds themselves up to a point to where God, or in this case gods, find that they're too powerful. Humanity's become too powerful, and comes down and just like says nope, burns it all to the ground. That's actually a really good point, Atch. I'm not gonna lie. I find it very interesting when games reference and use religious themes and whatnot in their stories. I agree, and I have to say for a Chinese developer, and I'm not knocking Chinese developers or anything, but for a Chinese developer to reference kind of a niche Western theological point, that's actually really impressive. Because there's, I mean, even in the Western corpus, not a whole lot of people know about Gnostic stuff. Or at least as far as I know, there's not a lot of people who know like the intricacies or nuances of Gnostic principle stuff. So for them to put it in a game is actually, man, that's actually really cool to me. Hey guys, it's Tim from the future. I was editing the stream and I realized that I didn't actually get to the end of the quest line. So what I decided to do was just jump in solo off stream and finish up the rest of it. So that's why I look different. That's why I'm wearing different clothes whenever you guys see this video. Also, I'm kind of sick right now, so my voice may be a little shaky, so I apologize about that. But anyways, let's get back into it.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited!
Oh, Paimon.
What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try.
Oh, okay. He has some kind of special power. I don't think I've seen him use his powers before.
And done.
Interesting. Was he using abyssal power? Was that what that was?
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god.
The Abyss Order's getting sneaky.
And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
So the Abyss Order's goal then is to creep their way up to Celestia and destroy it the same way that the Archons destroyed Conria. I feel like that's kind of the play right now. The final showdown.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsleif, enemy of the Abyss.
I know they're enemies, but there's something curious about the costume design for this character and Dainsleif. They look very similar, right? Like the cape, these little clothy thingies hanging off of his shoulders look a lot like Dainsleif's stars on the interior of his cape, which also looks a lot like Paimon's cape, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. So there's obviously some kind of connection between the Abyss Order and Dainsleif, and then possibly a connection between the two and Paimon. Is Paimon truly the evil god that people are suggesting in the comments? I guess we'll find out.
I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless...
I do have to say, the design of the character is really, really cool and interesting.
Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
So exactly, he's saying we're the same. So they share some kind of likeness. So I wonder if Dainsleif was part of the Abyss Order, or is in the Abyss Order and this guy just doesn't know that? I don't know.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
You, Blake!
Don't waste my time. Blood repays blood.
Oh no, he summons ads, great.
Pin them down.
Freeze!
Don't be scared!
No. Take the ads out first, then focus on the boss.
It's nothing.
Stay put!
I have to resort to stuffing food down their mouths. Oh, dang. Do it, Traveler. You got this, buddy. Ah, trying to run again. Is that my sister?
Princess.
Oh, hold up. Why are you calling her princess?
Hey! Could that be?
Lumine? My sister. The person I've been looking for this whole adventure. What are you doing?
Ether.
I finally found you.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald!
Yeah, what kind of funny business you up to, Lumine?
Your sister? And the Abyss?
I will say this doesn't look good for her. It doesn't. It's not a good look.
Ether, why are you with Dane?
What? Why are you with the Abyss Order? Oh, what? Yeah, there we go.
Huh?
We've been separated for so long. Why are you asking about something that doesn't matter?
Your sister knows Dane?
Was the traveling companion that Dane had his sister the whole time? Interesting.
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
I'm picking that up, but, like, you're with the Abyss Order, though. That's not any better.
Lumine.
Hold on a second. Stop saying things that don't make sense, Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria.
What? Dainsleif was from Conria? Okay, I guess that definitely blows my opinion out of the water. The one where I thought he was someone from the future. So he was from the past, 500 years ago. He failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. So anybody from the Abyss Order would blame him for the fall of it, right? To the Archons? Which also means he would have fought against the Archons, right?
A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the abyss.
This is also interesting. This is some more iconography from Christianity, right? Because there was a mark put on Cain after he had killed Abel, and he was cursed to walk the earth for the rest of time. Essentially, if I'm remembering correctly, he had a curse of immortality on him.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago?
So it wasn't necessarily that it was a curse of immortality, but that no one would strike him down if they ever came past him. But still, it's a similar idea.
And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves?
Wait. This whole time the Abyss Order was people from that time, and I've just been doing away with them? What? Oof.
And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Come with me, Lumine. Let's go home.
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together.
That's right.
But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with Destiny will see no end.
Destiny? Lumine, why are you talking like that?
Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world.
Interesting. So does that mean that she went through the entirety of the narrative already, and now I'm going through the entirety of the narrative? What does that mean? What do you mean you went through to the end of the journey once before? Does this kind of explain why you can pick which one is your MC? So that if you pick one, the other one has already gone through the entire experience. And then if you make a new game and you pick the other one had gone. I don't know, this is like kind of blowing my mind right now. This is crazy. The true nature of this world. What does that mean? I know I'm just like asking a bunch of questions, but like, this is a huge lore drop. I'm sure most of you have already seen this like years ago.
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
No, don't go, Lumine. I just found you. Oop. Oh, no.
They left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information.
You're right, Paimon. There is hope. My sister's not gone.
Uh-huh, that's right.
We can still find her and convince her to join the side of good, I think. I don't know anymore. Are the Archons good? Are they bad? Oh, jeez.
At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Once we get to Inazuma, we should keep that in mind as we look for more clues. I agree 100%.
That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all?
I was too focused on Lumine to really listen carefully. I think I pretty much got it.
Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess.
Did I press the wrong button?
It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest ranking leader in the organization.
Well, they called her Princess, though. I guess that's true. I guess we don't know if she's the highest ranking one or not.
Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations?
I think she sold on wanting to destroy the Archons.
Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order.
That's a good point. He didn't turn into a ghoul man.
So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now?
That is a good question, actually. Why is he attacking them if he was supposed to protect them? Unless he found something in Conria that they were doing and realized that they were in the wrong? Or perhaps with their resurgence, they're doing the wrong thing to get back at the Archons? I don't know. But he doesn't like the Archons either, so he's definitely not siding with them.
Also, how come after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that?
We have many new questions, but few answers. Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler. Let's go.
I'm glad I have a friend like Paimon. She's always there for me. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm left with way more questions than answers, and I guess we'll just have to find out what happens next. If you're watching my channel for the very first time and want to see a new player go through all of these gacha games for the very first time, then definitely stick around because there will be a lot more streams and a lot more videos that I put together of this kind of thing. So at some point I'd also love to start making lore videos, but as you can tell, I do not know most of the lore yet. But at some point I will, and I will be cracking on that because I absolutely love it. I think this game, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Endless Zone Zero, I'm just eating all of them up. Anyways, thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!